I felt that being Levi Roots was good enough. You know, I didn't feel like I wanted to pretend any other way. And I'd said to myself before I went that morning that I wasn't going to do any numbers. I'm not going to do the business plan type thing. I'm going to perform, because this is not about reggae sauce, and I'm hoping that one of the dragons or two will see that this guy is not saying just invest in the sauce, invest in him. And I thought the song was good enough. All I needed to do was to perform, that it was good enough to say that he can sell the product. Because I knew that if you had a good salesman, it's better than having a terrible salesman and a good product.
Sure.
You know, and I felt that I was good enough to sell the sauce, which was, by the way, was brilliant anyway, but the Dragons hasn't tried that as yet. So all I was bartering on is just the fact that about the performance. So when Richard, I think it was Richard Farley that that kind of said to me, you know, Levi, you know, the song's great and sauce is great, but you're actually rubbish at your numbers and stuff. And I took this bit of paper out, which I promised myself that I'm not going to do. So it was a mistake going against my natural flow of saying that it's about me, it's not about numbers. I'm here for you guys to help me, because I'm the startup.
But I guess in a way, you know, that negative added a further positive to achieve what you wanted. You know, you didn't want to talk about the numbers because you wanted to show, hey, I'm Levi. But I guess by showing the numbers and fluffing them effectively, it went one step further to kind of show your audience, to show your rawness and your honesty.
Yeah, because it's a natural reaction, isn't it? I mean, if you didn't do that, then you know you're either a very clever bastard or somebody who's unnatural. But when you're against the wall and you're thinking, oh, you're going to do something, you know, you tend to grab off the straws even, you know, and that's what I was doing when I did that. I went against my natural plan of saying that this is about Levi Roots, because it actually turned in my way when Richard said to me, Levi, would you admit that you would need some help in that department? I think that was the bit that swung it for me, because this is about honesty. You know, if I'd fight the tide, you know, and start saying, actually, no, you know, I'm fine with that, and you know, like a lot of people do when they're faced with that moment, I actually put my hands up and said to them, yeah, guys, you know, I'm going to need your help, because after all, that's what you're there as a startup. You need these guys to turn you into what they are. All you've come with is your natural entrepreneurship, which I think is in everyone. I think we're all born entrepreneur, but to learn to be able to use those skills, that's when someone like a mentor comes into it. So that's when I put my hands up and said to Richard, yeah, you know, if you invest in me, yeah, you know, I can get everything sorted, but to make this sauce and to sell it as Levi Roots, there ain't no better person than myself.